This is Channel 2 News, coverage you can count on.
We're going to experiment, we're going to test the soil before and after.
The city of Reno has approved a program that will eliminate the use of pesticides in some of our city's parks, something council members hope will improve the health of the environment and residents. That is tonight's Channel 2 News big story. Well, Pesticide-Free Parks is a 2-year pilot program that will be used in 12 area parks all around town. Good evening, everyone. I'm Wendy DeMonte.
I'm Kristen Remington. Thanks for being with us tonight. It includes 2 parks in each ward, and then Wingfield and Barbara Bennett parks downtown. Paul Nelson joins us live at Plumas Park in the Midtown area. Paul, first off, what kind of pesticides are we talking about here?
Well, Kristen, Roundup is really the only pesticide used by the city of Reno right now, and city leaders are hopeful that parks just like this one will be safer for people, their kids, and their pets without it. They're also hopeful that plant health will improve too.
Around the rosy.
Savannah Anderson says Plumas Park is a great place to bring her toddler to play.
We all fall down.
And knowing that her little girl won't be exposed to pesticides here is comforting to her.
I think it's fantastic. I think it's a really great movement. Hopefully the rest of the community is inspired to do the same.
Signs like these have been installed at the parks that are included in this program. Those parks were identified by the neighborhood advisory boards.
Pesticide-free parks came out of really a citizen initiative, where people saying we're concerned about what our children are playing in, what we're walking through, and is there any way that we could reduce our chemical load?
Dewar says recent studies show that Roundup could have possible cancer-causing effects. Plus, some pesticides and fertilizers can eventually run off into lakes and rivers. City leaders are hoping this program will reduce any possible negative effects and that residents take notice.
If people understand that it's what they do, their driving and what they do at their yard, that's actually having an impact on a resource that belongs to all of us. I think that's a pretty major thing to be aware of.
Dewar says instead of pesticides, the city is looking at organic fertilizers instead and hopes it can improve plant life, including tree populations.
And what it does is it actually strengthens the soil so it's more prepared to fend off disease, drought, things like invaders, weeds.
It's unknown if this system will save money or increase costs, and that's why it's a 2-year pilot program. Anderson says any extra costs don't bother her, saying her daughter's health is worth it.
There are children and that stuff goes into our water. It's a mess. So I'm really excited. I'm proud of Reno.
We also talked to some people off camera that say they're skeptical of the program. They're not convinced that pesticides are actually harmful, not to mention these city parks are a very small amount of property compared to all the yards that homeowners also use fertilizers and pesticides on. Now, for a list of the 12 parks included on the Pesticide-Free Parks program, head to our website, KTVN.com, for a link. Covering the big story live, Paul Nelson, Channel 2 News.